Hercia.
And I'm Telly.
And we are the HercastleGirls.
Hi.
If you like videos about entertainment, pop culture, fashion, this is the station for you. The station.
Yeah.
Wow. The channel for you. Thanks for joining us in this video.
Woo.
We are gonna talk about something that has been blowing up on TikTok specifically.
Yeah.
We are talking about people's reactions to This Is Me Now, a love story. Listen, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, funded this herself, put it out there, and now the world is reacting, and we're gonna talk about that. So let's get into it.
Yes, let's. You know what? Before we give our opinion over the J-Lo project, let's see what other people have been saying, because I'm sure it got a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different reviews.
Yes. So I have seen a few, and a lot of people. First of all, so many of us love J-Lo.
Oh yeah.
I want to say that, and I really want to emphasize how much people love J-Lo. And we know this because a lot of people rushed to Prime that Friday evening to watch this movie.
Yep, true.
Now, the trailer, which we did a trailer reaction review video, it's linked down below. And the trailer was we knew going in there was going to be a lot of stuff going on.
It was all over the place. There was a lot of brightness. There was a lot of things happening, dancing, moving parts. It was very magical mystery tour by the Beatles.
Very fantastical, very out there, whimsical.
Yeah.
So we all knew we were going in for something that was going to be visually stimulating.
Yes.
Now, people on TikTok have been saying a few things. One of the first things I heard was people had no idea what was truly going on.
That's fair. People are allowed to have their opinion. Let's state that first. Right. And you can't get mad if people have an opinion.
Right. People were confused as to
that's fair.
What they were actually watching, because J-Lo is working in a factory and there's a heart.
It's broken.
And whose heart is it? And why are they working there?
That was J-Lo's heart. Isn't it? Or the man that fell off the bike? Girl. Right,
and then she, there was a, I don't know if that was symbolic, her being on the motorcycle, and then the motorcycle getting into an accident, skidding off the road.
Yeah.
With, what looks like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that was what their first time around back in the early 2000s when they started dating. Maybe that's what that was supposed to symbolize, and they broke up, and it shows her heart breaking the first time. Right. Because as we know by now, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, in the end, clearly half of the face of Ben Affleck is clearly
his image,
him.
and you know it's him. But the thing is, it's not really clear, and so there were some people that said that. However, there's a bigger thing here. Okay. And the biggest part, what TikTok had to say about it is that why is J-Lo still about this? Why is she doing this? Why is she outing herself in these Prime Video streets about something that people have been scrutinizing for years? Why are you bringing it back up when obviously things worked out for you? You ended up marrying your sweetheart. Yes. You've got 2 great kids from a previous marriage. You seem to co-parent well. Yeah. You've got a career that is doing well in so many other areas. Noted. Even though some people would say, J-Lo is not the best singer, she is not the best actress, it's still striving quite well.
Yeah, she's still going along. Right. She's still making her way.
Why is she doing something like this when she doesn't have to? And for me, I'll be honest, I also ask myself that question. Why? Why do we need this story now? Why is it important now? Why does it matter now?
I don't know. And I don't think J-Lo knows either. I think she just really, we said this in our last video. Jennifer Lopez, she's just obsessed with love. Everything about J-Lo is love, and herself.
The what TikTok people said.
Yeah, well, and J-Lo does love her a lot of J-Lo. J-Lo loves herself, which is good, and she loves love. So I guess when you put J-Lo and love in one basket, you're gonna get the This Is Me Now theatrical that we all witnessed that Friday night. Girl, more power to you. I'm glad that you finally found love. That is great, awesome. J-Lo. But now that you found love, why? You don't need to share it anymore. You got the man of your dreams. Like you were saying, she checked off all the boxes. So honestly, J-Lo, she could have just literally put out this new album, and it would have been great because the music in the
there's music in the film.
It's great. I like the soundtrack.
And all she had to do was have these little music videos.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people did come to her defense and say, you know, this is a visual album.
And that's fair.
That's fair.
Because another Beyonce had the Lemonade.
Right.
It's just that
however,
sensible.
There was no plot in Beyonce's thing.
It was just a visual. You know, that's it. It was just a stream of music videos.
J-Lo was trying to make a movie.
Maybe that's why it was self-funded. And maybe she brought this to people. It was self-funded,
girl.
I think that's why. I think that maybe she tried to bring this project to investors or to the label.
And they said
no.
She
said, well, I'm J-Lo. I'm Jenny from that block.
That's fine,
I'm fund it myself. And that's what she did. But
this is why we have gatekeepers.
But
this is why there are gatekeepers in the world. To keep things in order. And when J-Lo bought this idea to all of the people that fund movies, they were like, this is a horrible idea. I bet her PR person was like, this is bad.
You know where it stopped for me? Like, in the beginning, I love the dance sequences. I really loved. My favorite dance sequence of the whole thing was, unfortunately, she was being abused in that relationship. Yeah. But I loved how she choreographed with the ropes and, coming together, pushing apart, and showing the other couples. I thought that was such an amazing dance number. But what did it for me where I was like, okay, I'm done, honestly, was when the whole Zodiac family
we had
in outer
Malone,
space. That just I was Sophia
Guru,
it was enough.
Palmer.
That's what took me out.
Sophia Val.
I was like, nah, J-Lo, we don't need the Zodiac signs to show up. Why, girl? You're 54 years old. And why we? If everyone is depending on a Zodiac sign to rule your life, there's a bigger problem. You can't depend on a Zodiac sign to rule your life. J-Lo, come on, Pisces? You're putting down Pisces?
Some people admitted they couldn't even get through the first 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. So we got further than that. We watched the whole thing.
And it was, I will be honest.
It was interesting.
There were times where I was like, can I fast forward through this kind of acting part and just get to the next dance sequence? Because what is actually happening?
Like, I get it that she wants to have, like, maybe this is like a chapter she's trying to close because now that she is married. So maybe she just wants to do a big, this is it kind of thing.
Well, I hope this is closure for this whole...
I'm assuming that that's what it is.
You write a book about how you love.
Right.
Every single album is just about how you love.
Yes.
About how you're obsessed with love.
Yes.
You're now 54 years old.
Yeah, she is.
You've been through it.
Yeah, she has.
And you now put out a film that maybe would have been, and I'm not saying that J-Lo is immature.
No,
she's not immature. But this movie is making it seem like she's very immature when it comes to handling love.
Yeah.
If this was Ariana Grande...
Oh, it makes so much sense.
I would be like, okay, I get it, sis, because you're not 30 years old yet. You're still going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah. She's still lifing.
Right. She's still lifing. J-Lo... Married 3 times, been engaged about
J-Lo's been through it. She's a pro. She knows what's up.
You and Ben have been together now twice.
Donkey years.
Girl, you've had children.
It's Mark Anthony.
That
man can sing.
You've been through it.
She's been through
Why do we need this film? What J-Lo should be doing, I feel in my mind, is focusing on relating to us folk. You're a mom.
That's big.
She's a mom who looks great.
She's
who's physically in shape.
And she's got a great, so when she hits on the fashion, she can hit that fashion.
All she needs to do is make a bunch of videos. She should have her own YouTube channel.
She should.
Where she is showing how she's doing all this stuff. I think people care more about J-Lo as a person, no offense, than as J-Lo as an actress.
The cool thing with J-Lo, when she does interviews and stuff, she seems so down to earth.
That's what I'm saying.
And, you feel that she's like a homegirl. Like, you're like, yeah, you know what? And you feel that relation. And when she's on stage and she's dancing, she's fantastic.
Right.
Girl can put down some legs. So listen.
Emphasize that.
Emphasize that.
Keep doing that.
This movie, she could have put out the album and it would have been fine.
Yeah, just put out
do your music videos, your promotional stuff, and girl, you would have killed it. You did not need to put out. We don't need to know about your love story.
No.
You already told us your love story.
Is this her legacy, truly?
It's funny because she's come such a long way. We remember J-Lo when she was a flat girl, on In Living Color. And
with that short hairdo.
Seeing her grow up playing Selena in the movie Selena, and just seeing her grow as an actress, and the whole music thing started. And she's clearly a hardworking girl. She's paid her dues. She's done the thing. So you want that to be her legacy. But she just keeps on U-turning. She's on that road to
this story.
But she keeps turning back to
her love life.
And it's kind of like, well, J-Lo, what do you want to be remembered for? Because I'm sure she wants to be remembered for, her hard work, for her image of being this great, triple threat, the actor, the singer, the dancer, the businesswoman. So that's 4 things, not just 3. But she keeps on reverting back to, as if we don't believe her. It's like she's saying, please believe me, I'm all about love. And we're like, well, J-Lo, we weren't doubting you.
We weren't doubting you.
We figured that you were about love because you always talk about it. So we figure, yeah, girl, you love love. And that's fine. But we don't need to hear about it, let alone see a whole theatrical thing about it. Remember her in The Cell? That's one of my favorite movies from J-Lo. If you haven't seen it, watch The Cell, which has nothing to do with this. But I'm just saying, when this girl goes to act,
but
she can't act.
The problem is
the right
she's not doing what people want to see her do. And what people would love to see, for instance, Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
Vergara, she is now in Griselda,
which is so good.
They've made her down, right? They've curved her down.
Yeah, they did.
And she is playing this Latina godmother in the drug world. And
so good.
This is so good. Like, the Offside, you should all go watch that.
Watch it. It's on Netflix.
But the thing is that's kind of what I wish J-Lo would go do. I wish she would go find a script that's going to show her off the way how Selena showed her off. The way how The Cell showed her off. She hasn't done that in decades. And I know that people have said, for women in the ages of 45 and over, it's been very hard for them to get roles. But then we have actresses like Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon who have become producers of their own content, Issa Rae, and they're making their own stuff so they can create spaces for other women in their age group and themselves. J-Lo, please go do that. She should have taken that $20 million she put in this movie and put it in...
Oh, $20 million? Shoot.
$20 million. Like, that's more than most independent movies.
Yeah, that's a lot. For an hour-long thing. I'm curious how the ratings went. Because I'm sure a lot of her fans... I'm sure a lot of people fan base. I'm sure a lot of people rushed and watched.
I would love to know how many people stuck through to the end.
There were lots of parts where we were like, oh boy, this
I was like, this is...
And all of that just to say, in the end, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, all of this dancing and everything just came to show that she's in love with her, that she loves herself, it's self-love. And I was like, okay, cool, girl. Yes, you should have self-love for yourself. But then shows Ben, and it's like, well, we already knew that you married Ben, girl.
My hope is that this film will close this chapter of her whole love journey.
Yeah.
And girl, we're ready for the next thing. We're ready for you.
We're ready for the reinvention.
Elevate. Yeah, we're ready for that. We're ready for whatever you have planned. I think she's got a world tour coming up.
That would be cool. Yeah, she's going to tour during the summer.
She'll find some really good script or something, because
we don't want this to be the last thing acting-wise that we see of J-Lo.
So,
child,
let us know in the comments what you're thinking.
What do you think?
Do you think J-Lo needs to drop this whole love journey situation? Do you think the movie was great? Do you think the movie was a struggle? Do you think J-Lo should have invested $20 million of her good money to do this? Let us know in the comments. If you love videos about entertainment and pop culture, you've hit the right channel, the HercastleGirls. We are sisters, and we would love to have you join us. Our family is growing.
It's growing. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the new subscribers. We feel so blessed. You guys are so awesome. Thank you.
You're so awesome. Thank you for joining us, and we really want to know what you all think.
We do.
All right, everyone. See you in the next video.
Bye.